Today we're making mounting plates for the rack, 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 for the rack. Today we're making the intake mounting points for the Volkswagen Rabbit, aka the Rat. Hello and welcome, I am Chris, this is Dirty Trucker 08, and today we're trying to get a little bit of progress done on the intake for the Rat. So far, I've taken and made one mounting plate. The intake itself is made up of... Hello and welcome to the channel, I am Chris, this is Dirty Trucker 08, and today we're working on the mounting plates for the Rat. The Rat is my 1984 Volkswagen Rabbit diesel. So diesels don't have a whole lot of the other complicated intake stuff. But the plates, these plates, basically 3/8 inch thick, mounts on. This is what the intake tubes will mount to. There's going to be a hole here in the center. Today I'm not worrying about making that hole perfect. I'm trying to get the outer edges cut down so that hopefully we can slide these on and everything works out good. And so far, I've made this one. Still need to round out the top edges just to make it look a little better. But I'm going to show you how this one fits. Let's go take a look. Alright, so you're looking at the back of the head here. The intake holes are the ones beside the exhaust manifold there. And this plate. Now the hardware I've got here is the original hardware, so these bolts are way too long. But you can kind of get the idea. And get those started right there. That plate just fits right in there. There'll be a hole and then the intake tube will just come right out of that with the filter on the end. But going from a square piece to a piece that fits in, looks like it should do the job well. That's what we're working on today. Hopefully that gives you a little better idea of how this is all kind of going together. Now the stock intake was all one big cast aluminum piece. For what I'm doing, I've broken that up into 3 sections. You'll have the outer cylinder, the other outer cylinder, and then the center section which has 2. Hold on, I can show you. It'll be a little easier to see. This is the stock intake manifold. And you can kind of see, this thing is heavy and nasty. You got your inner cylinder, your middle 2 that are kind of paired up, and then the outer single. Instead of trying to make this little piece that holds everything together or having one big chunk across the top, it's easier for me to do this in 3 sections. So we've got this side done already. Now we're going to work on the middle one. And if you're just here to see kind of what's going on, a little bit of progress report, thanks for watching. That's the progress report. The rest of this video, it's going to be a whole lot of noise coming from the air compressor, the die grinder, the chop saw, the cutoff wheel. So it's probably going to be just a whole lot of audio down, music up. Hope you like watching kind of stuff. If you're not into that, thanks for watching so far. I appreciate it. And for the rest of you that are interested, here you go. Alright, so trying to get that shape transferred over onto the metal, the flat plate, I've got my 2 bolts. The same 2 that I used to mount the other on the motor. I've got them shoved through from the bottom side. I'm going to take my Sharpie and lift up the back of this so it's a little bit flatter on there. I don't know if you can still see or not. Yeah, it looks good. And then I'm just going to take the Sharpie and just kind of give myself a rough idea of where the outside of this piece is. That gives me a basic template to start with.
Do you lie awake at night? Are you afraid to turn out the lights? Is there something you're scared of? What's there out in the dark? Make sure to keep all your windows locked. Do you surrender? Here's one for the lonely hearts, for the ones that fear the dark. You better run out of here. Bet you can't look the other way. Here's one for the broken road. That's the only one you know. You better run out, truth or dare. Get me out, take me anywhere but here. 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 I was thinking about you, like drinking some TV. Felt like I was shrinking. One more sip and here we go. Mama, you're a handful. Like drinking and more TV. Say, what was I thinking? Should never have said I do. Prison in itself, I know. Stuck between the bars. The strong have scars, but you can never go back. Struggle to survive, and you're still alive. Carry on. Even if you've been misled and all of your dreams are dead.
Oh, that's hitting a little bit of that gasket material.
That's what I'm doing. That's not a big deal. I can trim that off on the other side.
Laying out the bricks now, as if you need a wall to stop the fall. Your bones are not even broken.
And that's it. That's the center one done. I've got one more plate to make. That'll be the passenger side plate, because I've got the driver's side one done, minus the holes in the middle, which I'll have to do those very similarly to what I'm doing here. Drill a hole, get in there with the thing, and just start reaming it out until it starts to line up right. Not exactly going to be riveting YouTube content. But for those of you that wanted to see kind of a little bit of what I'm doing, hopefully you enjoyed it. Another one right here. I think it's looking pretty good. Going to be a lot more solid. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you next time. Thanks for hanging out.